Good.
Hold on. Where's all of our stuff? Oh no! Where's all my actors? Okay, they all popped in. Okay, that was weird. Hello, everybody.
My man panic. But
Yes, I did panic a little bit. We're doing this live and it's already discussed. Good evening,
of
everybody else.
course.
Good. Oh, yes. Good evening, everybody else. Welcome to another night at the How to Trash podcast. If it looks like we're down a couple of people, it's because we are.
Yes, people don't reply.
Yeah, people don't reply fast enough, or they just straight up are in another country right now.
Hey, don't be calling my man out, bro. It's not
Hey,
me.
he's my co.
He married.
Hey,
He,
he's my
he's
co-host. I can say whatever I
my
want.
married boy. Okay.
All right, fine. But anyways, this is the today live stream that we're streaming this out from P Diddy's manor. I mean, my house still. And
Jesus, you cannot.
sorry, it had to be done. It had to be done, especially with the most recent news that are
You
coming
want to
out, man.
include the baby oil you bought for this podcast, huh?
No, but we're gonna do a challenge with the podcast group called Five Nights at P Diddy's place.
I would not partake in this. You heard it here first. Anything related to P Diddy, I am not involved in. Brian Bowie is also the
I am also legally obligated to say I am not a part of this either.
No, you're lying, Cap.
Good, fuck you. But
Johnson Johnson, the family company.
oh my god.
Just kidding. Trademark.
God damn. But yes, today though, we are gonna be talking about we're just gonna be a bunch of fat shits about talking about burgers and what ocean and that's
Oceans?
drinking beer as well.
Talking
Mm,
about oceans too, bro.
yeah. But before that too, I would like to apologize for the people for last week as well, since yeah, there was just like a big day that happened and big weeks such as my birthday shit and whatnot. Yay, I'm fucking 29.
Yeah, old
God.
ass.
Hey, fuck you, man. Hey,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Hey, man. My body can't process hamburgers the same way no more.
Weak.
Come on.
Weak.
Look, if I ever eat a Whataburger too, eat any of their fucking sandwiches or burgers, I'm fucking knocked out.
Nah, dude. That fuels me. That's
God,
like my gamer fuel.
God,
Surprisingly.
jeez. But yes, we are going to be talking about burgers, and especially right now. The not really the history, but we're just going to go through the hot and trash takes of like what is in this case our ideal burger and whatnot. That sound good for you, Loy?
You know what else sounds good, Brian?
What?
A burger.
Uh, God damn, Loy, I forget that sometimes you tend to eat your dinners way late in the night. Like, holy shit.
Yeesh,
Now,
yeesh.
now, to those that have lived under a rock and don't know what a burger is, in the most purest definition, the burger itself is actually a shortened version of just saying hamburger. Now, contrary to belief, too, when you think of hamburger, there will be ham. When reality, there is not. And
Gee, I
others,
didn't know that.
yeah, it's weird enough that it has the word ham in it, but it's also because the word itself comes from in Germany, where coming from Hamburg, which is the second largest city. But there is no connection between the food and the city itself. And so
Hmm.
people are like, okay, so what about all these other things that we don't know exactly? What we do know is that like there is at least a long history of hamburgers being eaten as like a quick fast food style option for a lot of Americans here. Either fast food or just in general too, it is very easy to bougie the shit out of a burger.
Oh, indeed, dude. And they
Yeah.
overcharge it, and it's like the most
It's like
average burger you ever tasted.
it's average and it's honestly like it attacks your flavor senses too much to want
So
to like
you just
enjoy
need the
it.
meat and the patty. That's
So,
really you get those done, get those right. That's
mm,
fantastic burger already.
so for those that have lived under a rock though that don't know what a hamburger is, a hamburger consists of a couple of things. You need the bun, which the bun itself needs to be strong enough to hold the juiciness of the patty itself, where the patty can either range between like a 80-20 mix of ground beef to fat or meat to fat ratios, or however you want it. You can also, for some areas, you can flavor it to whatever you want as well. Sorry, no, we are not going to be talking about wings. Wait, who's logged in? Oh, god damn it. I think Victor is logged into my other podcast. God damn it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the moderators and whatnot. No, we will not be talking about wings.
What flavor wing did you get?
Yeah, what flavor wings did you get? If you don't mind answering to us real quick. We will definitely judge on you based on the flavor of the wings. But before then too. So we have that. The patty itself can be anything that you want it to be. I'll process it into business. You motherfucker. Anyways, we shall move on from that conversation now. So, and then there's also the cheese on top, which is the most debated answer about like what's a perfect cheese to go on it. There's only one answer, and it's American cheese. That's it.
Nope.
Look, there's
Incorrect.
a good.
Incorrect.
All right. If anything, that is in this case the correct answer for that. But we will go over like other people's ideal burgers in a moment here. But that's usually about that. It's just the patty, buns, cheese, and whatever toppings you want. The toppings can range from like either vegetables, fried stuff, and other condiments that you want. Ketchup, mayo, mustard. If you're a weirdo, I'm kidding. No, I'd like that on some like the burgers and Whataburger. The mustard is actually pretty nice. But and then there's different variations of like the way how you cook patties too. Either it's like you shape it into the actual patty itself and just pan fry it straight or grill it straight as it is, or you go to the more fancier smash burger style where it is in its name, you just smash the shit out of the patty.
Oh yeah, smush it down.
Yeah,
In and out. Crispy
yeah.
edges.
And then there's also my personal favorite one too, where it's with sauteed onions, but you also smash the burger patty into the sauteed onions, fusing the patty and the onions together, which is called the onion burger, which is actually something that I need to remember if it was made in Oklahoma or Ohio. Real quick, give me 1 second. No,
Anyways,
yeah, Oklahoma. It was Oklahoma. But we will go through with, in this case, what is at least both of our ideal burgers, or in this case, what is something that you like more in a burger that you feel like it's being overused in today's American restaurants?
dude, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't need a lot of toppings. I
Mm-hmm.
much rather prefer like just a good old patty, some buns, some seasoning, and
Symptom.
probably like grilled onions. Like, and it has to be like that caramelized color. Like it's like just I don't know how to describe it. It's just very, very caramelized, and it's like brown, like golden brown.
Like it's
And just
crisped up
bite it.
too a little bit.
Not like crisp up, but it's like it's the only thing I want crisp is like this in the sense of I'm talking about a smash burger,
Mm-hmm.
like the crisp edges. That's what I like. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. I prefer that type of burger nowadays. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I don't like the very thick patties. Like I don't mind it, but I prefer smash burger nowadays with like grilled onions and just like put that in between a bun and I'm set. I don't need like lettuce or tomatoes because sometimes I honestly think tomato is kind of off-putting for me
Mm.
in the lettuce. If I would get lettuce, it'd probably be just shredded because I don't know why. I think McDonald's just made me like shredded lettuce and like in between these buns, man. But
Yeah,
for sure, it's just bun, meat, and some grilled onions. That's all I need.
it's funny that you mentioned that too, because that's effectively like what you describe as like a White Castle burger, actually.
Oh, dude, fantastic. Here in
Yeah.
Kumar, when they after they got to White Castle, like,
Oh
that's honestly how I feel when I just eat like a burger like that.
man. Man, now you got me wanting more of that shit too. Fuck. And I just ate dinner too, you asshole. Now I want a White Castle burger. I have to go fucking Kroger and buy that shit.
Hey, it's only a slider, so it's not like it's not
Yeah.
that expensive.
Yeah, it's not
Not
that
that
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah. And I think right now I do see that as like a much more interesting like development, at least between our friends group here, that like we tend to add less and less to like our burgers, and then we start to
Yeah,
value more in like the flavor of the patty and like other stuff versus like what can you fit inside of these burgers to make it as like high as possible. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
dude. Honestly, I already like just to reiterate. It's like some of those burgers, like I feel like you don't really get to taste the meat too often. Like you taste like the aioli, like all the other toppings, and it's just mixed in, and it's just like a slobbery mess. And
Yeah.
sometimes I can I call this a burger? Like, or is it just more like a concoction that gives you fucking heartburn?
Yeah, and it comes to the point too where like at that point it feels like you're like even sandwiches also kind of suffer from the same problems too. Like the more stuff you add into it, it becomes like a fucking hard mess to eat. Hell, that's why in this case Reuben sandwiches are amazing. Where usually they would have like your Reuben meat, which is like corned beef, really, and your Swiss or provolone cheese on top. That's
Yeah.
primarily it for that. And
And,
if you wanted
and
vegetables in there, pickles is what they add with it to like help cut through all of that. And that's something that like me growing up, I start to understand the importance of pickles in a burger is actually super important to help cut through all the greasiness that it comes with it.
I prefer the pickles on the side. I will tell you, I did not like pickles growing up, like in burgers. Like
Neither did I.
I would tolerate it, right? I
Mm,
just if it's in there, like okay, I'll eat it. Like maybe as I get older, I'll probably like it, which end up did happening. Like I would go to like burger place and they had pickles in there. I'm like, oh, this is a nice little touch. Like it really does like balance out all this like greasiness and just adds that little acidity that you really need, and
yeah.
it's low key refreshing too. So I
Mhm.
even even have like, I know it's a burger, but just as an example, like Firehouse Subs, they have like the pickle sphere.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
eating all into all that, but maybe you're getting like a melt, and you get like a cheese, and you get some beef and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
really need that little like pickle spear just to bite into like every other, 2, 3 bites just to like go down. It's just
All right.
perfect.
Good to know. Firehouse Subs, please sponsor us. Or Jersey Mike's. We're gonna fight it out with them. See which one is the better sandwich spot. XD.
Hey, I'm preferring Firehouse Subs nowadays, but
Hmm.
continue with the burgers.
Yes. Now, I I think there's also like here's some of the things I will say like a lot of hotter trash takes because like um for this as well. What is the one burger place that's like the most fanciest one, or one of the fancier ones that we go to? The one that had like truffle fry like bowls, if you remember when we went there last time.
Hop Dotty?
Yeah, Hop Dotties. I find them overrated. Or I find a lot of their
Uh,
burgers like too much for me.
I do agree to a certain point. I think maybe it's just the location. We could like you can go to Waterburger sometimes and they'll probably have like some shitty ass burgers for some reason. It's like cold, but you go to another location, it could
Yeah.
be like
Yeah.
hot fresh. I think it's just it. Yes, some of the burgers does it doesn't really look that all appetizing to be honest with you.
It-
Uh,
yeah, it
yeah.
begins like as I get older too, like I start to view these burgers like less and less now too, because I'm just like, fuck me, I can see my arteries getting clogged. I blame Victor, our other co-host, for this shit too, because like I see his point about like some foods they just inherently like you look at that shit, you're just like, oh god, I can feel my arteries clogging or just by looking
Yeah,
at this shit.
I
So
do understand that part. It's like our body is only slowly deteriorating, and we want to keep it as at peak performance for as long as we could.
yeah,
And putting
like
the food into our bodies, like we have to make sure these choices are actually good for what good for us. Like,
yeah,
sometimes a burger that's like 1,500 calories just for a burger, not even a combo. I'm like, yeah, dude,
like
that's gonna
god,
fuck it up. But
yeah.
I don't mind it because water
Yeah.
burgers, like burgers, are like that, and I get it every now and then to
Yeah.
treat myself like a fatty.
But yes. I here's what I think about it too. I think like now like Hop Dotties itself too. I think the quality of the burgers is really good, but honestly, I think it's also the way how like the toppings and everything like built on top of each other honestly hurts me a little bit.
Hmm. I
Like
agree. I say we're like at that stage where we think less is more.
yeah, and I'll go into a little bit of topics about like my ideal burger for a bit too because we're gonna get to there. But I do want to say too like places like Hop Dotties or like any other burger places that are around that caliber too. Man, it it really does feel too because like I don't mind also like the buns and the butter or the buns itself also being like buttered up too. But it's like I also hate like this is just from my case too. I hate it when my fingers get super oily after just touching the outside of the bun.
Hmm.
Like I, maybe that's just me and that's just them like when they make fresh buns too that they also like spread like butter like based on top of it too to give it that sheen and whatnot. Sometimes I kind of like the the dry-ish look on top of it to make it look like it's actual bread. Hell,
Oh
McDonald's,
yeah,
yeah. I'll
I
even
agree.
go back to McDonald's because this is the number one goated bread type that I never see people do, and I really wish people do it more often. And that is sesame buns. Holy fucking shit. I love sesame buns, and that's the only reason why I love Big Macs back then.
Dude, you talk about that. I honestly I grew up buying at like Burger King a lot
Mm.
because in my little apartment complex there was a Burger King that we used to walk to,
Ah, okay.
and there's like because we live like a little further away from it. It's like two separate divisions, so I was on like the further division, so we had to walk past the secondary one through a fence. Then we'll walk like in that little plaza where the
Through a
Burger King is.
fence.
Yeah, like literally through a fence. Like my
Oh.
brother and I walked there. We got some, got some Whoppers, and I honestly think don't don't hate me. This very opinionated. I think the Whopper, like the signature like burger for like a fast food joint, and like there's the the Big Mac, the Whopper, there's the Jumbo Jack and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer the Whopper. I don't know what it is, but I maybe because of nostalgia and I grew up with it, but like the Whopper, whenever I get it now,
Hmm.
it's like it's still delicious. I
Right,
don't know what it is. It's like it's not like a Big Mac where it's like there's like three buns and it's like kind of small, but like
right.
the Whopper is like kind of is more wider and more has more like the diameter is bigger. I
Mm.
would say the bun. I think I prefer like that that size and how they cook it. Nowadays, I mean, like Burger King kind of low key slept on. Maybe like just don't get their ranch. It's kind of horrible. But Whopper, like I tried a blind taste test it. It's like horrible. Don't ever get it.
God damn.
Jumbo Jack, it's like the Jack in the Box ranch is the way to go. But yeah, the Whopper, I think it's just great, dude. Like I could probably go get one now, and it's like, oh, this, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Or like,
Like
yeah.
in that case too, like I look at the Whopper too, and it did have sesame seed buns. But in your case too, do you like sesame seed buns, Lloyd, personally, or do you not care
Oh,
for the
dude.
bun type?
It's a little yes and no. Sesame buns I do enjoy quite quite a lot. And I was like, I was like, you're kind of used to like these brioche buns and like the buns you see at the
A lot of these
McDonald's.
burger joints and whatnot.
Yeah, but like the sesame bun is like it's just a good old classic, and it's just I
It
don't want to
honestly
miss like
smells
that
nice too.
little. I never like pay attention to the smell. Maybe
Mm.
I'll give that like I'll actually slow down and actually smell the buns once in a while. But I think I just like that it's a sesame bun because I'm starting to like anything more like related to sesame because even one of my favorite drinks nowadays is a black sesame latte and it's like black
My
and
man.
yeah, no, like it's actually pretty like I will recommend it. I also get a discount if you ever want to get it. But the place I get it at is really, really good.
Mm.
And if I ever need like a drink that I want, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go get a black sesame latte. So I do enjoy a very good sesame, but like sesame bun. But any bun will do for me. But I think like growing up, like through even Burger King, like sesame buns, I will always go back to it.
Yeah, because I've noticed that with a lot of the burger spots too, that like they kind of just drop like the sesame seed buns, and I'm like, I've really thought about it too. I was like, I don't understand why people wouldn't want to enjoy it in the first place. Because to be honest, like sesame seeds itself, dude, they smell like really nice. Like if you ever like either poured sesame seed on top of your rice too, and let the steam like carry the sesame seed up to your nose, it's amazing smell
Did you
from it.
eat? Yeah, no, it like the black sesame I smell. It's like, dude, it's good. Like I understand that smell. Nowadays, I'm like, like your
Yeah,
nose like just inhales it, and you get like, ooh, now I'm more like it's more appetizing. Your mouth is drooling.
yeah, because I think for me, that's the only thing I would say about it too, is that like for me, I don't like the greasiness or like the butteriness on top of like the bun too. Where I kind of just like in this case having like a dry place to like grab my fingers onto. Maybe that's just like a sensation thing for me. Yeah.
Oh
Ah,
my god, the
oh
man.
my god. The
He's
man with the
currently
allergy syndrome.
muted.
Yeah,
So give him a second to
Sorry,
unmute himself.
I was sneezing.
yeah.
Sorry for being late.
Yeah, he was coming back from P. Diddy's house.
Hey yo,
Sorry, no
hey
How's everyone
yo.
emergency.
doing tonight?
Yeah, everything's all good. We were just talking about burgers. Now that you're here, there's the last one in. You're gonna tell me in this case, what is a one thing that you want to say is a hot take was a lot of the burgers that you have eaten so far?
Hot take. Um, can I hear y'all's first?
Well, for us, I just said too that like I kind of hate how like a lot of the times too when we see like let's say Hop Dotties for example, you've been to the one, right?
Yeah,
Of
I've been
course,
there
we
once.
all
Like
we
just
went
all
like
the presentation, just the presentation of a lot of burgers, they look good too, but then now that we're getting older, I can't help but feel repulsed by looking at them.
What do you mean?
Like in this case, I can feel my arteries clogging kind of shit. Like, oh
Oh, I
god.
see. I see.
It's like,
It's like it looks like a sloppy burger.
yeah. I don't
So
know if
you're
that's just me getting that too, but it's like a lot of burger trends tend to like do that more often. I'm just like, hmm, I don't know. Maybe I am just getting older.
you think they're just going with the sloppy look versus like the nice and neat look, like a McDonald's look?
Maybe, yeah. There's that too. Like this is like in this case me referring to like a lot of like just the burger restaurants and not fast food restaurants because obviously when you put it that way, yeah, that means I would prefer like a fast food restaurant place, which is true to an extent. But a lot of times too, Hop Dotties, for example, it's not something that like I would go there often, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just for the burgers.
it's not your first choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Lloyd? What was your hot take?
I don't know if I really had a hot take. I would say if I it would be one that I can come up with right now is I much rather prefer less ingredients in my burgers nowadays.
Hmm.
Like I still go enjoy like fast food burgers and they'll have like all the lettuce and tomatoes and whatnot, right? But if
Yeah.
I were to like go down and just order a burger, I would just have the bun. You don't even have to butter it for me. You know, it's just like a little toast on the inside, a little crunch, maybe.
Hmm.
Smash burger style. Put some grilled onions and smush those in between, and that's a burger for me. That's
You
I
like
mean,
it
some people
simple?
might prefer like a lot of toppings and
Yeah.
that's their type of burger. But me, I think less is more, especially
Uh-huh.
nowadays for something I just want to truly enjoy. Like even like I believe this last week, went out for lunch at Steak and Shake. Hey, don't judge me on this, Brian. You have enjoyed Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
I literally got a burger that's exactly what I just described. It was just meat, just meat, the pat like in the buns and some onions, and that's pretty much it. I had some steak seasoning, like steak and
Mhm.
shake seasoning, which made it
Yeah.
elevated a little bit, but that's all I really need. Yeah, like I stay true to it.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. Like there was never like Steak and Shake was good. Like I wouldn't say their burgers were always wow to me, but like the steak burger, it had its charm to it, and the fact that it was not like they weren't like piling a million things on. Like what was it? It's LA Burger. Do Y'all remember
Yes.
LA Baker,
Yes.
where I feel like I have like half the kitchen on my burger. I think
No.
I I think we're like I think you both are pretty much are along the same presentation a bit about it because Brian doesn't like how sloppy it looks, and I think that it tends to look pretty sloppy because everyone thinks like more is better, and you like it whenever it's when it's a good amount and it's like not like stacked. Like, like they don't have to have the little sandwich holder through my burger to keep it whole. It can hold itself up.
The toothpick
Uh
shit.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I would have to agree with you guys. I would say my hot take, and maybe it is just because I tend to eat a lot of fast food burger styles. So when it comes to more like restaurant burgers, uh it kind of falls along the same line, but man, I feel like it's way, way, way too salty. I feel
Mm.
like I like I don't know, like I don't understand why it's so dang salty. Like, why can't we tone it back? Like you cook a
So
burger at home and you don't put that much salt or any salt on it, and it turns out fantastic. But like for some reason we douse like burgers out in the restaurants like just in grams of salt. I don't
so
know if that's just me.
no, if anything, there is something that like I look like a lot of videos and recipes how like people would just like make burgers at home. There's a lot of seasoning that they do to their patties in the first place. So for those that also are like thinking about seasoning a burger, do be careful as a cooking advice. Do be careful of how much seasoning you put in it because mind you, every seasoning that you put on top of each other, it has some levels of salt in it.
Mhm.
So you really had to be very careful in balancing that correctly. Sure, if anything, I love me like a good like Cajun seasoned burger, but if you start throwing that shit, onion powder, garlic powder, and everything else with it, all of those powders do have salts in there. So
It's too much, man.
yeah,
I really think it's just too much.
yeah, yeah,
Getting like
mm,
getting like heart problems later on in life because all these burgers.
yeah. And I will say this too. I think bacon is the most overrated topping on a burger.
Uh,
I yeah, I would say yeah. I To a certain extent, I do
It's
agree.
like,
I
yeah,
think I don't like. I like the more not crispy, but it's still cooked. I
yeah.
don't like. I think I like crispy bacon on like sandwiches.
Yeah, like on sandwiches, that's
Preferably.
perfectly fine because you're pairing that with like a lot of other like cleaner cut stuff.
Yeah,
My issue with the bacon is that you're adding another level of grease and fattiness on top of the burger. And it's also to the point where there's sometimes, depending on what bacon you choose, it tends to overpower the burger itself,
yeah. I do.
which is
Yeah,
like,
it does have that very overpowering flavor if you don't do it right. Like, you're not
yeah,
bringing out like the patty, for example. Like you're not bringing out that flavor of the patty. Like you're kind of just overpowering it with the bacon on top, and that's all you taste. Like sometimes I've had
in
like bacon burgers where that's all you taste.
yeah.
in
And
y'all's
go ahead, go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say in y'all's opinion. So like when you truly like break down a burger, when you really start to like dissect it and think about it, what is it about a burger, in y'all's opinion, that makes it good?
So
Honestly,
this
it's the
is
bun.
actually, yes, it is the first thing that you look at first, and it's also the one thing that your hands are actually physically interacting with first is actually the buns. Because I said it earlier before you came on too that like for me, I also hate in this case why a lot of burger restaurants, a lot of the buns that every time I touch the outside of the buns, my hands get immediately greasy. Like I didn't even take a bite of my burger yet, but then I had to place it down real quick because I had to answer a call. And then I was like, oh fuck, I gotta wipe my hands now. God damn it.
And that call can wait, bro. I'm eating that burger. I'm
Yeah,
Usually
I
it's
would.
hungry.
because it's my parents that are calling me. That's why I have to check.
Y'all are
But
y'all are I y'all are onto something. I agree that like when you have a nice, slightly toasted buttered bun, like not drenched butter, but and like slightly toasted,
Yeah,
and it pairs so well with the juiciness of like the steak. Oh, or steak. What did I say? Steak burger,
the patties.
steak burger.
The concept's still the same. Yes, it's
Yeah.
on butter on meat. Yes.
I think it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
And like I said,
great.
that's why like I think in this case the other hot take about this one too. I think we need to bring back sesame buns into like restaurant burgers.
I haven't had a restaurant burger in a while, but I thought they were on sesame buns.
Some do use it, but it's like not a lot of times they showcase that. Because half the time they want to showcase like the shiny buns because that's what everybody likes, really. The Kaiser rolls or like the brioche buns that actually has that very honestly the most circular oval shape, and it's like the most shiniest too when it's served. It's like I
Like,
do appreciate a good
presentation.
brioche buns.
Bro,
Yeah.
look at McDonald's. They keep the sesame bun for how
Right
long
here.
now, and they're still one of the most popular fast food chains here. Like,
Can't
bro,
confer.
they know
Big
what they
Macs
know
are
what they're
amazing.
doing. They know what they're doing. Go back to the sesame.
Yeah. Like I said, I would love them to like actually start like reintroducing back again like sesame buns, just because one case. Have you ever like actually smelled sesame seeds by itself, Michael?
No.
It smells amazing. You should give it a
Yeah.
try too. Like you could literally go to like any of like the Korean stores too, and you find like a sesame bottles or sesame seed bottles. You can like just sprinkle that shit on top of like a steaming white rice, and then you'll start smelling the sesame seed coming off from the rice itself. It's
Fantastic.
amazing. And that's why too, like sesame oil is such a fragrant oil to use, and you're not supposed to use a lot of it because it is inherently strong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you don't want to use that, and you don't want to use it for cooking either because it burns easy. But you use it as like a topping because one, you're trying to give it that sesame and the smell with it, and it adds the extra layer of umami to that as well. Which is in this case the six flavor profile that a lot of people can't really like discern. Like if it's like a solid taste, all it is that it's a mouthfeel flavor taste, and it's something that's so good that it makes you want to eat more of it. And it's also the most important flavor to a lot of recipes. Japan does it really well too. There's also what was it? Masa, that other Japanese restaurant that's in New York. He in this case perfected like his way of like making a burger where it's also the most littlest topping that you could think of, but the way how he cooks the patties is interesting, where he has a certain contraption that has spikes that pierces into the patty itself so that
Ooh,
it
yes.
cooks the internal stuff evenly. But it also gives it the juiciness and also the flavor that it retains from doing that. Now,
Yeah, I saw that video too.
yeah. Now, Now, this is a very important question for you, Michael. What cheese do you put on a burger? There's only one right answer.
I mean,
Choose
obviously,
wisely.
it's the American.
See, Loy.
Shut up, you little curtains.
Well, if I'm gonna be like if we're gonna dissect the rest of the other kind of like basic cheeses that you would put on like something, Swiss, I don't know, like on a particular kind of burger, Swiss is really good. Mushroom burgers, if we're doing that, like
Hmm.
Swiss is not bad, but on a basic burger, probably not. It doesn't add a whole lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Provolone, same difference. You're really not going to be adding a lot. Cheddar, I feel like cheddar is almost too strong. Like it's a really sharp.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like it doesn't pair very well with burgers. And pepper jack could work on a particular kind of burger, but if we're going plain, it has to be American. Like American cheese is just, I think,
process.
pairs. It's definitely
It's not even-
processed.
Look,
We're not talking about healthier.
Processed.
We're not talking about healthier. We're talking
But-
about the flavor profile. And with
I
the
think-
flavor profile, I think American cheese pairs well with a basic cheese, burger.
Now, there's actually a science behind that too, because like let's be honest, all cheese is practically made the same way. It's just the flavorings that they use to make a specific one. American cheese, however, it goes really well because there's a very important component of cheese that makes burgers work, and that's the melting factor. American cheese melts super well for burgers. That it creates that gooiness that you want to associate with like a cheeseburger.
Dude, how disappointing is it that a cheese named after America is super processed?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Look,
that sounds about right. Anyways,
that is how we feed the elderly in retirement homes.
cheeseburgers with processed
Nah,
cheese.
just Velveeta cheese blocks.
Ugh. What the? What?
Don't worry,
Oh,
that's its
they're
own separate
creating.
conversations. That's its own separate conversations that I can divulge in later. But
Man's
oh
are
my god,
deteriorating. Okay.
yeah. But yes, American cheese is definitely like if you ask a lot of people that have made burgers too, they would tell you too that like honestly the best cheese is just American cheese. Like you can't really go wrong with it too. And you have a lot of like leeway of making mistakes for burgers. Because I think that's the thing about like burgers too, is that like there's no actual like perfect burger because really when you think about like actually cooking it too, it's really hard to kind of fuck that up unless you were that incompetent in cooking where you're serving people charcoal every time.
Mm,
Just saying. But
mm,
I
mm.
want to even think about like the fact that a lot of the burgers that I think about too, like if I were to make one myself too, here's my ideal burger real quick. It would in this case, if I can, I would love to use sesame buns, but if I could use like any other stuff, yeah, I'll go still stick with like brioche buns at least. Fuck it, why not? I would toast the sides of it too, but I will still make it the same way how you would
Uh,
make like like the onion burgers, which is like you saute onions into a pan, then you get your patty, smash the patty into the sauteed onions where it becomes fused as one, and then do the White Castle style too. As soon as that happens too, put the buns on top of the patty with like that should have cheese on the patty at this point, but it's also steaming with the onions. So therefore the buns itself is getting infused with like onion steam.
Onion
mm.
steam.
Yeah, that's what White Castle does. And it's actually the reason why a lot of times they were successful back then. But honestly, the movies like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle is honestly the only way how White Castle honestly kind of saved itself here and there. Just saying.
Fantastic. Hey, good for them though.
Yeah, really good for them. But and then afterwards too, it would actually be like the other only other condiments really that I would put on there would also be a fried egg on top. I don't know what it is. Fried eggs is amazing on there. I would also say I would love to if I wanted like a crispy factor, I would put like deep fried onions on there too. But I think a fried egg works super well.
Mm. Well, this is your bird. Yes.
Yeah. Mostly because the fact that I love the idea with like a fried egg, a yolk on top too. You might think it sounds heavy enough too, but the yolk actually helps deal with like the over saltiness of like some of the burger patties that you mix together with it. Surprisingly, it's still gonna be heavy as shit, but it's definitely gonna help cut through all that shit. And I'll
Heavy
probably
duty.
gnaw at a pickle at the side. That is at least my ideal burger, how I would love to make it as. What are your, if
Well,
anything,
you.
because like, yeah,
That's Michael's.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of when it comes to burgers, I'm pretty plain Jane. Uh,
But
I don't.
if you had the cooking expertise, you had all the ingredients in the world, what concoction would you craft?
A McDonald's burger.
The
Really?
McDonald's burger that you see on the commercials?
Yeah. No,
Fair enough.
I don't know, man. Um, because when I talk, like, this may sound like truly un-American, but like, I think burgers are all right. I don't know if I have like a like a if I had like a gourmet burger, like what would that look like? I don't know, man. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like
I mean, it doesn't have to be like this gourmet extravaganza.
it
Like you
wouldn't.
heard mine. It's very
It's
it's
yeah. I mean,
pretty
like
simple.
truly, it wouldn't be anything fancy. It'd be like a McDonald's burger,
Yeah.
but like far less salt, man. Like I stick my tongue in that thing and I pull back dehydrated.
It's like, look, just you gotta add a little bit of your snot in there too, because
Oh,
No, bro,
it's like,
he fucking deteriorates. He becomes like 90 years old somehow with this like
yeah.
wrinkly skin
You
yeah,
remember
and
that?
dust
Like,
for teeth,
remember
dentures.
SpongeBob when he touches Gary's like food with his tongue and it just goes, "Eh," just like
yeah.
dehydrates. That's me.
That's Michael.
God. But yeah. No, I mean in general too. I think like burgers itself honestly is a very divisive thing, but it's also like honestly what defines a lot of American culture, to be honest with you. Because like
Another one,
Every
hmm,
grill out.
another burger that I kind of really liked was the Fuddruckers.
ah God, I do not miss that half pound burger.
Half
Yeah.
pound. That's it.
Yeah. God, no. That was so much fucking food. God damn
Really?
it.
Half pound. That's like honestly, it shrinks.
Yeah, I know it shrinks, but it's still like half pound of fucking meat going in you, Loy, all right?
Okay.
Look, I can understand like hamburger helper, but I don't eat the entirety of the hamburger helper either.
I've never had hamburger helper. I'm gonna be
You,
completely honest with
oh
you.
Really?
God, okay. Oh shit.
Wow. It's. I mean, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna say like it's blows me away, but it's not
It's like
bad.
those clutch meals that you make for yourself.
I mean, I had the banquet like microwave food and all that good stuff, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, it's like for me, like I cannot imagine like stomaching that much amount of like ground patty meat on there too. Especially like I've seen like how burger patties are made too, and I love like in this case smash burgers because like it takes like already a small amount, but you smash and spread that out to the point where it becomes crispy around the ends too. And it's like you can still taste the burger that way too, just as long as you don't like stuff the shit out of the burger with a lot of toppings.
exactly.
So it's begins to question too the like what makes the burgers? Is it like how people build the burger, or is it just the core fundamentals of the burger that makes it good? Just because tomatoes and lettuce too are like something that you would think traditionally, but hell, I don't even think tomatoes even go well with it anymore, because you could honestly get away with like just only having like the iceberg shredded lettuce. That's the only good way to have it.
Yep. I have stated that.
Yeah. So, it's weird, right? Like in your case, Michael, would you, in this case, eliminate tomatoes on all burgers if you had the choice?
Uh, no, because I feel like in some ways the acidity adds to it.
You could technically get acidity from like pickles.
Yeah, but it's the flavor, a bit of the flavor profile difference.
Fair enough. But also
Cleaner
because
taste.
I will say
But like if
too,
you've noticed,
yeah.
I don't know if you've been to McDonald's recently, but they definitely don't. As far as I'm aware, they don't have tomatoes on their stuff anymore. I guess no one really liked it. They got pickles, onions, cheese.
That
They don't
is,
even have lettuce anymore because Americans don't eat greens. Um, I
unless
don't know,
you
dude.
ordered like their, well, not even their, actually, maybe their quarter pounder, but that's usually just,
No, quarter pounder is literally it's gonna be pickles, it's gonna be onions, some cheese, and meat.
right,
Yeah,
right. Shit. Huh.
that's what I get usually. I'm telling you, dude. It's like the classic burger style. It's going out of fashion because like people don't like lettuce, people don't like tomatoes.
Honestly, because people don't know how to pick good tomatoes, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, there are definitely some good tomatoes. Have you
Yeah,
ever?
there
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I once was on the train of not liking tomatoes, and then I started having to like fresh tomatoes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? They're actually kind of good.
Yeah, if you get tomatoes that are in season, important distinction here. In season tomatoes taste way better. So
Mhm.
that's why like it's really hard too, because like I would love to add tomatoes on there, but if I could have like an in season one, yeah, that's going in my burger. But it's also
But
like the other
if you really
problem is like, go ahead,
if
sorry.
you really kind of just step back and look at like the ingredients that are within the burger in McDonald's, you kind of get an understanding that like it all kind of makes sense. You got cheese processed, you got pickles, salty, burger, salty, buns, buttery, well, crispy, not really buttery.
And
Uh,
diabetes.
onions, caramelized to a
Or
degree.
raw.
I think they're raw actually.
Yeah, there's like diced kind of
Mm,
deal.
But it's
Or
just a lot of salt.
yeah. But there is actually a fast food place that does their burgers really well. And if Victor was here, he would defend this as well. In-N-Out Burgers.
No, they're like, yeah, like I've never been disappointed in that burger.
I
Yeah.
haven't had In and Out in a while.
Yeah. Like, I'll be honest too. I would even say too that like I think we already put it in like our fast food tier list too. That like we put In-N-Out as like currently like the best burger spots to go to. Hell, I'll still like indulge in a Whataburger every now and then too. But if I really think about like wanting like good burgers, it would actually have to be In-N-Out Burgers, actually. And god damn, I think
Maybe
it's
it's
just
just
that too. I think it's just the simplicity of it. I think that's what it really is. Because
I
like,
don't know why, but
mm,
it's probably just like the cleaner feeling. It makes you it's clean, if that makes sense. It doesn't make you feel like you're clogging your arteries.
yeah,
And I
and
think that's what Victor would also say. It's a clean burger that doesn't make you feel like shit. Um, like yeah, all right, it's just some cheese, lettuce, onions. I think they do have tomatoes, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah, they do.
Yeah. So yeah, it's clean air. Fries are you gotta like just
Yeah,
fucking cardboard, bro. I'm
yeah.
real honest
You
with
want
you.
look, you're not going for In-N-Out for the fries at that point, then, right? If you're gonna go
I
for
would
fries, you
like the
go to
fries with the
McDonald's.
burger. I
You
would
know,
like the
just
fries with the burger,
yeah,
But
like,
I
here's
think
what you
that's just
do.
me.
Look, here's what you do. If you are with someone too, or you got a group of friends, just split the team where like one half is gonna get the burgers and the other half is gonna get the McDonald's fries.
It's too much work, bro.
It's e- it's either that too, or you just suffer and just get animal fries. That's your only option.
Hey, and them fries is busting though.
It is though. God damn, the fucking like creamy mayonnaise, sauteed onion shit on top of fries. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. The onions and the grilled onions,
it's like,
bro.
do you think right now onions actually play such a super important roles in burgers than we think it is? Think it does?
I think it does. I think it adds like a nice like tang to it.
Like whether if it's sauteed or raw. But then again, onions itself can like they can adopt like different flavors depending on how you cook it too. So that's yeah, it's really interesting how much like no matter what too, the only vegetables that is acceptable is onions. Hell, the smashed onion burger is the key part and it's so delicious.
Love that shit, bro.
God
I'm about
damn.
to go order a burger.
God damn. No, you're not kidding. I know damn well you will do it anyways.
On DoorDash, come to me, please. Just kidding. No.
God.
Like, I need to not eat a burger right now.
Mm. But if anything, Loy, what would be your ideal burger then?
I will reiterate. I have mentioned this.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
the sake of Michael, I think that's what
Wasn't
you're
here.
trying to get at.
Yeah.
For the sake of Michael, is I like a very simple burger. I went to Steak and Shake is very similar to this. You get the buns, right? Get some butter, just slightly, just like you put it inside, toast it a little bit. Get that little crispiness that you like. I like, Get the patty, get some onions. It's like the grilled onion smash burger.
Right.
Crispy edges, caramelized onions, like make it like golden, like maybe it's like soaking up like the meat and like it's dripping and like it is infused into the onion
Mm.
and put that shit together. So, you gotta season it. Preferably, I do like the steak and shake seasoning. I don't know why, but something about it. I can put
It's
it
like
on
the
my
seasoned
fries.
salt is great.
And I was like, ooh, put like a little, just like a little pinch, over over the top while you're grilling it. Just
Mm.
put that shit together. I'm like, oh, I'm eating like 3 of those.
So
I would down 3 of those. Like, I'm a fat ass. Got a small ass body, but I'd be down like 3 or 4 burgers like it's nothing for some reason.
look, man, if the burger that they make too, it is honestly the key factors. It is simple, easy to digest, and it's just a good burger overall. I think every other place can do 2 of the 3, but rarely do you have a place that can do all 3. In and Out is the only exception that I can think of that can actually get all 3.
What are the
Yeah.
all 3 that you're referring to? Kind of.
Yeah, it's a little bit ambiguous here, but it's like it's one that it's simple to make, or it's a simple burger. It's great tasting, and it also doesn't make. Actually, hold on, I literally forgot what was my third one. God damn it, I had to rewind the take here for a bit. But let's just assume there was 3 here. All right. Please do not fact check me, or else I will fall away in shambles.
Bro,
All
I
my
think you
arguments.
already did.
Damn it.
That's why I asked you. I was like, what 3 are you talking about? Oh, like, like people like I'm just as confused as some of the viewers. I'm like, the hell is he talking about? I'm like 3. And I'm like, taste, present, like what? It's good. And what is it, like presentation or something, or how it makes you feel?
Actually,
Something
no,
like
yeah,
that.
presentation. I think presentation at that point, yeah. Because let's be honest too. I think depending on the presentation part, it is subjective to the person. If you like burgers that way, then it's all up to you. But if you like burgers that taste straight up like bacon too, there's another sandwich for you that you may like and you want to entertain. It's called a BLT. You fucking weirdos.
Why do you gotta call out people just liking BLTs, bro?
Look, all I'm saying is too, BLTs are amazing. But if
You
you
make it
get a
sound like a
burger,
bad thing.
no. Here's the thing: if you all you get from a burger place too, and you say that you want a bacon burger, but you want more extra bacon, at that point, why not just order the BLT? Because you're never gonna taste the actual burger meat ever from that point on.
They're just a sandwich eater instead of a burger eater at that point.
Exactly my point here. Like I said, that's why I would like to reiterate as well. Bacon is overrated on a burger. It is fine to still put on there, but I myself would never want to put any bacon on my burgers.
You know, now that we're on this topic of what we don't like, I don't like mustard on my burger. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah,
That could.
that's
Sorry, go
mostly
ahead.
just ketchup. No, I was gonna say that's why you'll mostly see ketchup on there, not mustard
Yeah.
anymore.
Not even mayonnaise.
Has
Like
mayonnaise
a
been awful? What?
Yeah, I mean mayonnaise and ketchup is kind of like a thing in burgers. But
Oh.
mustard, I feel like I can't come. I don't. That little ting that just hits me out of nowhere and goes up my nose. I cannot deal with that. That just kind of ruins my appetite, low key. I'm like, I kind of want to say
Like-
no mustard.
Like I'd say it really depends on it too. I think mustard can only work if, let's say, your flavor composition of a burger is correct.
Yeah, it also depends on the kind of mustard you're wanting to use too.
Like regular yellow mustard too, definitely for a lot of people it can be an acquired taste. Dijon mustard though, however, is a bit interesting when you get to that territory.
I like Dijon.
It's really
Yeah.
good. I love the
The regular yellow.
grainy. I love the grainy texture that it brings with it. Like I said, the graininess. Add sesame buns. Damn it! All the restaurant and burger places, please. I want to see their takes with more sesame bun options. It is I feel like it's an underutilized bun, even though I know for certain it's probably the most popular bun that a lot of burger places use. But there's a reason why it's popular.
You fact check yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I will fact check myself too because on the Wikipedia here, the etymology and terminology from the burger here. Now, it also depends on where we look at from here.
Check its sources too.
Oh my god, you gonna make me go this much too, you bitch. But no,
Gotcha.
uh, but in this case, a lot of times too, based on the hamburger definition for Wikipedia, simply a burger is a dish consisting of fillings, usually a patty of ground meat, typically beef, placed in a sliced bun or bread roll, if you're like that. And the patties are often served with cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, bacon, or chilies with condiments such as ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, or a special sauce, often a variation of the Thousand Island dressing, which that's also the funniest thing to think about as well too. If you think about all the other play burger spots too, and you say like, oh, what sauce is this that they're using? Fucking put Thousand Island dressing for all your burgers. And it will probably taste the same. Probably.
How rare do you think burgers are with relish?
That is an interesting thing too. Like
Because
I
there's
because
they
relish in
mentioned
this case is
relish,
just chopped pickles, right?
not just chopped pickles. It has some other stuff in it. Makes
Yeah,
it
true.
sweeter.
True. But at the same time, I like relish in my hot dogs though, but I never considered putting it on a burger yet. Or at least the type of relish I'm thinking of is mostly the way how I see people do it. It's mostly just chopped up pickles. But
Yeah.
there's also a little bit of sweetness with it, like what you said.
Yeah.
But
But
Mm.
sorry.
yeah, you're good. And there's also and continuing on with the after the Thousand Island dressing, and it's also frequently placed on sesame seed buns. Frequently placed on sesame seed buns. That means there was a time, however, where sesame seed buns was the norm to put with burgers. But it has been moved away from that when a lot of restaurateurs decide to use brioche buns or Kaiser rolls to their burgers. There's nothing wrong with any of those either. I believe those bring their own type of variation of textures with it. However, for me, every time I look at their interpretations with burgers too, it just looks like a sloppy mess. And it honestly makes me feel so bad at eating it too. I think it
Mm.
still tastes good, but man, uh,
Here's something else.
yeah. Also for the one that says, "Can we get? Hold on." Oh God. Oh
Bless you, jeez.
yeah, allergy season for me, man.
I
And
can
also,
relate.
anyways, for the one that says, "Check if we get a fact check." Here's your fact check. Click on that Wikipedia post link. But mm, that is something to really be interested about too, just because the definition of how like people define a burger too, and how a lot of them are like trying to redefine the burger to their own image and shape too. When reality, what ends up becoming the most successful is that you get things like the In-N-Out burger or a smashed onion burger.
Mm. Mm.
That is the
Mhm.
that is the commonality that I see what people like. At least for me, that's what I love more about burgers is that it's either those extremes here. In-N-Out burgers, there's a lot of stuff that's already in those, but it's actually really clean. There's a burger between two pieces of bread, still called a burger. Okay, now if you're saying that in this case, it can also be classified underneath as a sandwich as well, burgers and sandwich, because you don't call things a chicken burger, you call them a chicken sandwich.
True.
Which, although to be fair though, there was a place that I don't remember where it is, where they had a menu item that's called a chicken burger, and it's actually using like grounded chicken.
That
Why
makes
don't you
more
talk?
sense.
Why don't I talk about Lewis's lunch? Because hold on, what was that one again? Hold on, give me 1 second. Need to look through this here. No idea what that is, unfortunately.
Grr.
Yeah, like I said, my area of knowing about burger places only kind of refrains around like Texas and California. Unfortunately, that. Yes, I'm sorry, man. I don't know about my burger history. This is more or less a last minute shit too. I could have read up on it. I probably did watch a video that did mention or reference it too. But let's be honest, I don't remember when people talk about references.
We're
Anyways,
just talking about more.
yeah, we just talk about what we like about burgers. If this is something that you want to view me as a historian for burgers too, unfortunately to tell you, I cannot provide that type of qualities education. because this is just
I'm
a
not
bunch of
educated.
yeah. We're all technically not educated.
Ooh.
Good. But overall, burgers have a core history in America that I think is something that like I do want us to like one part of the history that I hope that it still stays relevant to, that people would like still explore different types of burgers. Because here's my thing about it too. I don't mind like places like Hop Dotties that want to like build their restaurant around like burgers that they envision that they want to make. That is perfectly fine. If people want to eat those, go ahead. That is not my choice, or that's I don't have the authority to tell people to not eat that type of shit. Or else the only authority I have is that I just call you a fat shit. But you know, people don't like to be called, they don't like to be name called like that nowadays, I guess.
Indeed.
Like,
Yeah, Brian, you're fat.
man. But right now, we go with the, in this case, I'm Beyond the Hot or Trash podcast too. Even though that's my hot take that like I don't necessarily like a lot of like restaurant burgers, especially the way how a lot of presentation looks. I still think they have a place in type of like the American restaurateur environment when it comes to making burgers, because they're always trying to figure out, they're trying to redefine like what it means for a burger. And at some points too, looking at that makes me appreciate even more about the stuff that we did have, which is like the In-N-Out burgers, the McDonald's, Burger King, Whoppers, and hell, even the smash onion burgers. God damn it, I need to eat a White Castle burger now. Shit.
Whopper, 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 Whopper.
Whopper. Junior,
Telling you.
double, triple, Whopper.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
BK, have it your
Have
way.
your way.
You
You
wait, can we
know.
wait? Will we get demonetized if we say their lingo?
That's very
Should have done that, dude.
Nah,
I don't
fuck.
care. It's
Burger
just a
King.
catchy tune.
Burger King, if you want to place an ad at some point in our stream or in our video too, you are more than free and welcome to do so. It's just so that you don't demonetize our video, please. At least I would like to
You're
have some
part of-
ad money. I like to
you're
have
part of
ad money, damn it.
negotiators.
Look, I will admit this on the BF the Hot or Trash podcast and with you guys too. I will be a sellout if we get a brand deal.
I ain't. I'm
Man,
gonna tell the food they suck or not.
damn.
Taco Bell, you're goaded.
It's like definitely not a sellout there.
What we talk about? I don't know what you're talking about.
But yes.
Like,
Oh my god. I mean, albeit too, is there anything else that you guys would like to talk about for burgers too? Or do you think we probably smashed that topic down to the floor already?
I don't know how much more we could talk about burgers, to be honest.
yeah, we can only talk
Maybe
about so
just-
much, how much we like it, what we prefer, what
Yeah.
we hate in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, we could always still. I mean, there's also right now with the whole COVID situation too. After all that stuff, all the burger places right now, they're trying to bring back all the value menu back, because there was like the whole disappearance of the value menu from McDonald's for a while. And now they are trying to bring it back because, oh no, everybody doesn't have a job. They can't afford our burgers now. Fuck. Everyone might as well go eat at Chili's.
You see, if we all simultaneously quit our jobs, they'll have no choice but to lower the prices on literally everything to get as little, to get all the money they can out of us. This is what we gotta do.
Yeah, but what happens to the people that actually don't have money under their name and they just quit?
Well, then we're all joined in together.
Goddamn.
I mean, Michael sounds like he's dying.
Look, I'm assuming he's also going through allergies because I'm also going through this shit too. God. Oh
So
god.
bad.
God.
So miserable.
God. Loy, if you're not suffering from allergies, I hope that you stub your toe on every piece of furniture. That you're not
Yeah.
suffering with us.
Hey, not my fault y'all suffering.
God damn it.
Not my fault. I just have a better immune system.
God damn it.
That's fair. I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah,
I take care of my body. I take my vitamins.
Okay,
and
well,
my
it's
vids.
not my choice.
Yeah. But yes, if any of you have like started tuning in towards the end of the podcast, here's our at least big takes with the burgers that in this case the Hot or Trash ideal burgers. I like just a good old fashioned smashed onion burger with an egg in it, with sesame seed buns.
You just sound so fancy, dude.
Fuck you. I
Get over
love eggs.
yourself.
Look, egg. If you really look, that's the only thing about it too. If all it takes for me to make a fancy burger is to add an egg in it, fuck it. I wouldn't mind doing it that way. Eggs are fucking fine and dandy as well. I love eggs.
He loves eggs, bro. He loves eggs.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Wait, hold on. I don't like how you're implying that.
He loves eggs. He loves eggs.
No, please wait. Guys,
Wait,
I meant
you-
chicken eggs. Chicken eggs. God damn it. Not like any other eggs. God damn it.
Eggs. He likes eggs.
God damn it. No. I'm never
You
gonna
like-
beat the
you like
allegations.
the white
Arna.
eggs or the brown eggs?
They're functionally the same, but yes, the brown eggs.
They're a bit larger than brown eggs.
Yeah, fair
Eggs.
enough. But yes. And then for Loy, honestly, just another rebranding of the Smash Onion Burgers, but use the seasoning that you get from Shake Shack, not Shake Shack, Steak and Shake.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I will also at least give a shout out to Shake Shack. Their burgers are not bad. I'll give a shout out to at least there. Shake Shack is good. At least you got good milkshakes with it to complement it. I won't ever order like a medium-sized milkshake because God. Have you ever like tried to drink like a medium or a large milkshake by yourself and try to finish that whole thing and not feel like shit afterwards?
Yeah, so you feel sick right after, I bet.
God. Why is that the case too? Is it just because it's so thick and sweet?
Dude, I think it is. It has a lot to do with the sugar. Steak and Shake and their shakes, dude. Oh,
They're-
I don't know how good they are now, but
They're still good. I went to there a while back to like eat with my girl. Like we went to Steak and Shake. That shit was awesome.
yeah, dude. Why
Yeah,
don't
horrible.
more places do old-fashioned like '80s diner like burgers and shakes?
I mean, I think that's the thing though, too. It's like I think that's the only reason why I gave that hot take to the first place too, is that all the other restaurant burgers, they're trying to make like the burger become like a very classy item too. When in reality, a lot of people already have
Yes.
like this knowledge of the fact that the burger is like a humble food. Like it's supposed to be a simple, humble food that everybody can enjoy, and they know how it's made anyways. So it's like I don't know. It comes across with like a lot of like the burger spots, they become so pretentious with the way how they present it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I guess we're at that age where people are well that age in time, I mean not like actual age. Where people are like are like, ugh, I'm so bored of the old thing. Let's start this new thing. And then they do this new thing and it never it fails. And you're like, but why didn't it work? It's because the good stuff is good.
Here's the
The
thing
old
though.
stuff is good.
I don't know if you were here when I said it. If anything, they do have a place in like the restaurateurs market.
Okay,
can,
they
like,
do have a place. I'm being like very what is it called?
dramatic.
Yes. Sure. We'll go with that one.
But
But I mean, I think I'm just so fed up with like pretentious people. I think that might be it. But I don't know. Like new fashion burgers have a place, but like I don't know. I've always kind of liked the burgers and shakes and things like that.
yeah. So
And I'm not
to-
even from the '80s, so I don't. You know,
yeah, just
I'm not
honestly,
biased.
just like a good burger, honestly. So if that's the case too, this is to solidify our points too. In and Out is currently the best burger spot right now. I don't
Nope.
think we're ever. I don't think that's
yeah, that
ever
might be
gonna go
crazy
down.
to say.
Yeah, it's you would think it'd be crazy to say, but it's objectively true.
Nope. Subjectively, I think Whataburger.
Subjectively, you think Whataburger is better? Well then, not everybody can have Whataburger. Actually, that's the same thing. Not everybody can get In and Out. So for those that are living in like a desert of like a burger spots too, that all you have is just fast food stuff, move to a different state,
Just like you did.
maybe. Although to be fair though, I didn't really have a choice in that regard. But thankfully, we did move to Texas.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
But any last minute words would you guys like to leave off the audience here? Any other last minute hot or trash takes?
Whataburger. go get it.
Go out there and try a whole bunch of burgers and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which one?
Dell's charcoal burger as well. That's pretty
Oh
good.
fuck,
Local
that's what I
place.
forgot. Yeah, Dell's Charcoal Burger is like the local place. Have you been there, Michael?
Oh,
No?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic, dude.
Yeah. And they give you like $1, not $1.50, but it's like
50
almost like
cent.
70, yeah, 50-cent root
50
beer.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of that sounds pretty good. You know, there's this like place. I don't even know if it has a name, but it's just like a burger, like a little. They got people come out. They cook the burgers out in like the little area, and they just serve it. Like I know I'm being super vague because like I'm being honest. Like I really don't even know if it has a name, but they have like this little tiny spot on the side of the road up here where I live, and they have like a little like trailer they bring out, and they cook burgers in it, and they have like drinks and coolers and everything like that. Those are some pretty good burgers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you like some of the really good burgers are not even from restaurants. They're just like these
Normal
little
everyday
small
people.
places. Are like yeah, like these little local areas. It's
Yeah.
really good, man.
Yeah. For those that are in Texas, they live in a Richardson area, please hit up the spot Dell's Charcoal Burger. It's been a spot that's been there for quite some time. And as soon as we discovered that place, holy fucking shit, life changing. So yeah, hit up that place. And there's also Rocket Burger as well. To another friend that also loved their going there too. I also love going to Rocket Burger every time like I get off of the bus and I before I go back to the apartment that we used to live at, Loy. I just stop by there at the corner station between like Frankfurt and Coit, grab that burger from there, and then just walk home with like a sack and fries.
Yeah, dude. Don't trip.
God. Just one of the things too. If you guys really want to look for like good burger places, honestly, just finding like a local spot is probably like the minimum that you can do.